All right, take 2. Trying this again.
Is it?
Not completely. Yes, that is it. Oh wait, no, that's not it.
0 people.
Later.
Try.
Can you see that?
Wait, maybe it is. Try.
Well, I'm just guessing because I feel like it would have told us.
Mm-hmm.
Later we can delete this.
When I was live, it was
Yeah. Yeah, because it's only 21 seconds.
Yeah, it's not live anymore.
One person.
Leave it up right now.
One person's online.
1 person.
What do I do?
Here, let me.
2.
All right.
3.
Technical difficulty.
Yeah, big technical.
She's trying to find.
I got it all under control. I do. I know exactly what I'm doing.
Nice.
All right. See, here we are. I don't know why it's all lowercase, but we can fix that.
Leslie Bailey is watching. Should I wait? I'll wait.
Leslie.
3.
Oh, there's 3 watching. 2 watching.
Oh.
3.
Okay. This is all being recorded forever.
Okay, so we're fixing some glitches, and also, I don't know if you've ever done these, but it's on like a 7 or 8 second delay. So if I don't answer as speedy as I'm used to, that's the only reason why. And if I look over here a lot, it's because there's also a computer so I can answer questions.
Hello.
I'm not going to say that 4 of you aren't important, but we're just going to wait a couple more.
Hi, everyone.
No, there's 8 now.
How do I see who's watching?
Let's start out with a few hellos because
Indy
and we're
Maven says hi.
Hi, Indy Maven. Hi, Indy Maven. I don't know. I know where everyone is tonight. If they're not on this live, they're at home on their internet connection because ours is. So we want to get to the bottom of this before we actually start, so it's not frustrating. You're like, I know you're making peanut butter. Peanut butter what? Cookies.
Peanut butter.
Okay, Indy Maven. Can anyone hear me?
Yeah, I think everyone can hear me.
Okay.
Hi,
Perfect.
Leslie.
Aww.
Cool.
Okay. So quick introductions, and we'll do this throughout, but I'm Carrie Abbott, and I'm an Indy Maven partner and friend and supporter, and this is my oldest daughter, Maddie Abbott, if you've never met her. She's 16, and Eva, who is 13. A lot of people know about Eva in Indianapolis just because of her aspiring baking talents, and this is Buster.
He's 4 months old.
He's 4 months old. We could actually make
5.
the whole video about this peanut butter colored doggy. So we'll put him down. We're at home.
Wash our hands.
We'll wash our hands. And then I'm gonna have the girls help me with some of the process. Plus, we can read and filter questions. We'll just talk about the cabinets. Let's be real. A lot of people come into my house and they're like, oh my gosh, I love your red cabinets.
We love the red cabinets as
I
much,
haven't.
but that's okay.
I mean, I'm
As
thankful.
long as you like them, that's
Okay,
all right with
I'm
us.
super thankful I have a house. I really am.
Starting there.
But I haven't worked on the kitchen, and this is, I don't know why everybody does this about their home furnishings, but you will see a lot of red, and maybe I need to refresh the red and embrace it, or
Paint everything white.
maybe go with something lighter. I've got one window in the kitchen, so. Okay, we're making peanut butter cookies. We don't want any of you to drop off, so let's get right to it. Maddie, would you like to tell us about Indy Maven?
Sure, I am so glad you asked about Indy Maven. Give me 1 minute here. All right, so Indy Maven is a community that connects women in Indianapolis and its surrounding neighborhoods through captivating and rich storytelling, crazy fun events, and best of all, an audience of highly engaged, very cool women.
Highly engaged. So right now or in the next hour, make sure that you go on their website and subscribe, and you'll get all kinds of goodies and nuggets of information. information. We go.
Yeah.
Okay, did I mention we are making peanut butter cookies today? This is not like an instructional class. This is not like any other instructional class. I don't actually expect you to have the ingredients out, and we're not really making it. I mean, it's Friday night. I know one of you is making it, but this is more like you guys know how to bake, right? A little bit. So all I'm going to do is speak to maybe the baker, make something. I'm going to make 2 versions of peanut butter cookies. I'm going to try not to talk while the mixer is on, because that's just happens.
You know how that goes.
And we're just going to have fun. We're just going to have fun tonight, and I'm going to show you some cookies that are finished. We're going to live reaction try some gluten-free peanut butter cookies that none of us have had before. But just because I'm talking about it, I know exactly what's going to happen in your Google News tomorrow. Is in your news feed, it's going to be exploding with peanut butter cookies, gluten-free recipes. The one that pops up in mine all the time is 3-ingredient gluten-free peanut butter cookies. Maybe that would actually be a good one to start with. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Is anybody here gluten-free?
No.
I am actually, but a different story. Okay, who wants to make the gluten-free cookies?
I will.
Okay, so Maddie is going to make,
So.
Maddie chose the easier of the 2 recipes, which is fine. She's going to make some gluten-free cookies. I mean, 16-year-olds are pretty smart. I was going to say if a 16-year-old could do it, you could do it, but it's simply 3 ingredients. Pop quiz, because you have not seen the recipe. Do you know the 3 ingredients and the measurements?
Oh no. Okay, so I've made these before, so I'm pretty
Gluten-free peanut butter
I'm
cookies.
talking to
If
you.
you're just
So
joining
I'm
us.
pretty sure that the 3 ingredients are peanut butter, sugar, and egg. Correct?
Correct.
Alright, now I have to completely guess on the measurements. Well, I have no idea what like the scale of this is.
Right. So it's 1 cup of peanut
1
butter
cup of peanut butter, obviously.
in the same
and
amount.
obviously this 1 cup of sugar and 1 egg.
1 simple egg. So just to repeat, you can
Just
look
want
this.
everything.
You can look this up, but why? Now you know.
Why? We just told you.
It's 1 cup of peanut butter, and we highly suggest like the processed, like Skippy Jif or a generic grocery store one,
For
but not
consistency's
the natural or the oily, because they tend to like break. But 1 cup of peanut butter, 1 cup of sugar, and 1 egg. And this is not going to be one of those like stir it for this long or blah blah blah. This is seriously peanut butter, dump in the sugar, look for this sort of thing, add the egg, sort of scrape, and then I'm going to give you some little pointers along the way. So we want to kind of speak to the never baked, kind of interested in baking, but I'll buy it anyway, or I'm definitely not speaking to the professional baker, because you know
better.
you know better. You know all this. This is not a baking class for bakers. This is, unless your last name is Baker. This is really just meant to be like pure entertainment on a Friday night. We're just gonna hang out and make cookies. Okay?
Alright. Step 1.
Step
Wash your
1.
hands.
Okay, wash your. You're
Stay relevant.
Stay relevant.
I
Yes.
already washed my hands.
We all
so-
just washed our hands. I mean, I'm gonna look at some questions, see if anything has come up.
Oh, yeah.
Hi Leslie. Hi Andy Maven. Oh, I love the hug emoji. It's almost like jazz hands, so that's kind of cool. Okay, there are no questions yet. We've got
Send in questions. We want questions.
we want questions. They could be pertaining to
We want to give you answers.
world events, opinions. That's all I can give. Opinions. So you start
yeah,
with
please don't ask us what the capital of.
start with a bowl in the 1970s era, and
1960s just won't do.
yeah. Okay. And I will. Okay. We're gonna measure out 1 cup of peanut butter. We're gonna move this along, guys. We've got a whole big
come on.
recipe. We're gonna use. Do you notice something? There used to be a handle. I'm
And
sure you
now
guys-
there is no longer. That's what happened.
Yeah. Flour happened or something. So we're gonna suggest a smaller spatula, and you'll go ahead and measure out with this little guy a cup of peanut butter.
Alrighty. So
Okay.
how like packed do I want the peanut butter in the
Pretty
cup?
packed.
Okay.
Pretty packed. This is a really tiny detail, but pack like side over, because then you know you're squeezing out all the air. That's such a silly little thing, but if you just start like clump, clump, there could be like a little air pocket in there.
We don't like air.
Yeah. Okay, so while she's doing that, we'll go ahead and get our sugar handy. This is no product promotion. Any sugar will do. The cheaper the better in this project.
Do you want me to do it?
And then an egg.
Sure.
Yeah,
Go for it.
go ahead.
Knock yourself out.
Okay, so I know most of you have a stand-up mixer because that's the kind of mavens that you are, that you have stand-up mixers. Is that what they're called? Stand mixers. So
Same difference.
I know you have those.
Yeah.
But let's just take it back to perhaps your $25 or $5 Goodwill
Back to
electric.
the 1970s.
Electric mixers will do. That this recipe is that easy.
This is good.
Yes. Okay. Peanut butter. It's good. We got sugar in there. If it was like winter, clean the peanut butter first, whatever. But go ahead. Scoopage.
Oh yeah. You get to see.
I wonder if we could have stretched
Not that
out.
exciting.
I wonder if we could have stretched out a whole hour for a 3-ingredient recipe.
I have a feeling we just might do that.
Yeah, we won't.
How do I do this?
It's gonna go fast. Oh, innovative. Okay.
More like I have no idea what
I'm not soliciting
I did it.
Pamper Chef here, but if you know a Pamper Chef rep, that they have like a measuring cup that's perfect for peanut butter. Okay, so we're gonna put Maddie on this, and I want to show you what it looks like, which
Looks
is
like
like
this.
silly.
So there's some peanut butter in here and some sugar. 1 cup of peanut butter and 1 cup of sugar.
Okay, go take a potty break.
Or don't.
You better potty fast.
Just watch me mix.
It's almost ready. Okay.
So now it looks like this. So now it looks like this.
So obviously you got some crumbs still, not yet there, but it's gluten-free. So it's that kind, like we're not worried about the little
Hi,
pockets of flour.
Stephanie.
Stephanie, hi. Oh my gosh, that was such a good story. Guys, there are so many fantastic writers on Indie Maven. So either you're aspiring to be a Maven and you will be featured or highlighted if you have a business or a great story to tell. But the storytellers in the group are so professional, so experienced. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Every time.
Okay, this is the lowest carb. Skippy is the best if you are, because we're gluten-free, let's cut the carbs out too. Oh wait, we can't, sugar. Whatever, on your off day, this is a great peanut butter. Okay.
Alright, egg time?
Yeah, so just keep all that batter on there. Pull that off just for a sec. Okay, it probably will fall, but this is what you're looking at.
Got a little
And yeah, so just crank it up. Okay, we're good. Go ahead and turn it off. And we're gonna drop that in. You guys don't care. You watch food TV all the time, and this isn't food TV. But I don't crack eggs on the side of things because like all these shells break. I crack on a flat surface. So
That's how the professionals do
there we
it.
go. So it went from like kind of liquidy from that egg, and it is about to become somewhat of a stiff batter. But it's just like so cool. I'm going to talk about this tray, but right now.
Stiffness time.
Okay. And my secret stash of parchment. It doesn't have to be secret, though. All right, you're good. So I don't know. I mean, we can go back and time this thing. But that's it. So, oh, this is perfect. If you were like in a giant hurry, please scrape. If you were like in a giant hurry and you wanted to take something homemade and you've got that gluten-free pain in the butt friend, you just put these together. And that's it.
Happy birthday!
Yep, so I'm going to talk about this later.
Unless one of you are
later.
gluten-free, you're amazing.
Shall we? Unless one of the gluten-free jar.
I need a question in here. But anyway, so this is what we're talking about on a batter. There's like a little bit of sugar. That's fine. I mean, so it was that 1 cup of peanut butter, 1 cup of sugar, 1 egg, and just so you're like, how much was that again? Like, this is it. This is the entire batter is here. So, okay. I'm going to use this cool little scoop that I'll talk about later, but whatever. You've seen the recipes where it talks about
Ice cream scoop, that's it.
using like 2 tablespoons like grandma, but in order for them to bake evenly, it doesn't matter what size. Just make all the sizes similar to each other. So I'm going to do this one, and I just scoop, and then I push it on the side of the bowl. And you guys, let's just count. Let's just see how long this takes. 12 cookies, that's what we're doing. We're about 3 seconds in. Go ahead and count. Out loud.
4.
Oh my God.
6. I'm not good under pressure. 7. 8. 4. 6.
Count the seconds, not the cookies. Oh my word. Alright, so we're at 10 cookies.
Whatever.
This is, like, I don't, if any of you are perfectionists, this is, oh my gosh, I love this about these kind of recipes. So it's going to take those exact measurements. It's going to take that exact scoop. You'll get there. This is all that's left. I think.
Hi, Ashley.
Hi, Ashley. I think you know where I'm going with this. You see what's left, and you see what's in there. Okay. I think you know. This is, you know, if you're one of those people that like, you love when a plan comes together, or like you reach like an odd number of things that need to go in an odd number of packages, and you start putting them together, and you're like, oh, it's gonna be the exact amount. I don't think this was designed this way, but this batter is.
Hi, Aunt Felicity.
Hi, Felicity. What's up? 7 a.m. California. Like, that's it.
Have you gone to sleep yet?
I mean, like, that, I could cry. That's so beautiful. That exact recipe. Felicity, gluten-free peanut butter cookies. So, but anyway, so isn't that pretty? And when you think, I can't do that at home. Yes, you can.
We miss you too, Felicity.
If you guys, you remember growing up with the peanut butter cookies, really nostalgic, where someone like labored over the fork inside the sugar, put it on there.
Grandma's precious time.
Absolutely.
Taken to press that fork into those cookies.
Press that fork, Grandma. And took their time. It was like so beautiful, so gold. We don't have that kind of time now. It's 2020. So we are going to put our crisscrosses in, and I'm just going to do a couple, hand it over to the girls, but you get the idea. These do not spread. These also don't need to be chilled, the gluten-free ones. So go for that. And this is kind of like a little Eva special if you've ever ordered a cake from her or anything. But she puts like these like candied pieces of sugar. What do you call that? Not candied. Sparkling sugar. You can get them online or at the store. But we sprinkle these on after. It's kind of a cheat. It's a little bit like reminds you of when, but not really. Okay. Does anybody else love with people who've made cookies with sugar on it? That like it's on the dough ball and then like there's sugar on it or around it, and it sits next to the dough. Okay, I can already tell this is like very specific.
Oh my god. I mean, I wasn't gonna say anything,
but then the sugar sits next to it. The cookie expands in the oven, and then when you're eating the cookie or you see it, there's like a whole line of sugar around it. I don't know if you've ever
I don't.
noticed that. You will now. Like sticker doodles. Like, I love
Yeah.
that. Okay, so I'm going to take these little dusting sugars. You don't have to have these. I lied.
Excuse me.
It's 4 ingredients now, but you get the idea. Okay, have you guys ever seen those recipes where it says like 3 ingredients?
Yeah. You're that person now, aren't
I've
you?
become that person. But they're like 3 ingredient barbecue rub. Well, I mean, of course, salt and pepper and water and sugar. And I'm like, it's not those 3 ingredients. Okay, good enough. So these we'll put in an oven when it's preheated 350. And they only take about 15 or 16 minutes.
Felicity will send you the recipe as soon as we can. Basically, it's just a cup of sugar, a cup of peanut butter, and an egg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the oven for how long?
I'm gonna do so home oven. There's never a quick answer. 10 minutes. Rotate the tray.
Okay, thank you, Eddie Nathan.
Watch your I don't know how your oven's gonna react, but I do like 10 and 5, 10 and 6. Oh my word. So we're gonna taste live a gluten-free peanut butter cookie. So would you like one?
Yes.
Chopped liver.
Alright.
And these are the backs of the cookies, so this is a nice golden brown.
Here's the nice golden brown, in
Yeah.
case you missed it.
Cheers. Boom, boom. Tastes very
That's
good.
good. I like
How
all
does
of
that
the
not have flour?
other ones.
How does that not have flour?
Are good though.
We're gonna share a little thing that we did
What I
yesterday.
recommend? We haven't had these in a while.
This is really good.
Yeah.
You want one?
I'm not sure if I've ever had them.
I definitely have.
Buster
I
likes
definitely
them.
have.
I actually think, I mean, we'll still be here for 35 minutes, but I actually think it could be over right now. Save on the flour. I actually think this is the best peanut butter cookie I've had in a very long time. Yeah, this is the one.
Yeah.
That's it. We'll be here for questions. Okay.
Moving on.
Well,
Real recipe.
Not a bad
but
recipe.
wait. Let's, okay, let's not be rude and talk and eat. But let's just think about this for a second. Why would we make the other one when it only has
There is something about that. That
no?
yeah.
But there's nothing better than that cookie.
Yes, there is.
No. Mm-mm.
Beauty's
Oh,
not
I
by
challenge
I
you
touch
to
my
it.
face.
I challenge
That's
you
so
to a duel.
subjective. Okay, let's put these in the oven.
It's
shall we?
really good. No, it's
What's
not
happening
350
here?
yet.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm going to super fast. I'm looking at questions. I know. I can't wait to make them again either. You need to make them. Let me know. Ashley, you're so great.
It's true.
Well,
we weren't
Like,
expecting honestly, we're not.
I'm not like really sweating. I'm just so surprised in the moment. Like, I don't even know why I would make the other ones because there's so many other ingredients, and it's like butter's expensive, eggs are difficult to work with, sugar. I mean brown sugar.
Yeah, crack them on the flat surface.
And these days you can't even find brown sugar. And I don't understand why we would make the other kind.
Okay, well we're making that.
I honestly really enjoy the other kind personally, but
They're both
like this is a lot of
They
sugar.
don't want to hurt my feelings.
No, it's not. This is a lot of sugar. This is a lot of sugar for me.
Oh, that's true.
The other ones are like
Okay.
a refined version
Okay.
of the gluten-free cookie.
All right. That's a good point.
Like I'm not gonna finish the rest of this.
In case you are jumping in right now, I'm Carrie. This is Maddie, Eva. We're at home making homemade peanut butter cookies. We are just having a blast. This was originally Ashley's idea that we should do something online and make cookies or make something to kind of just, this is how we're getting through. You know what I mean? There's just a lot going on. I'll ask the girls real quick about e-learning, coronavirus, just everything is so upside down right now that this is just kind of what we're doing to get through. And Indie Maven has given us this platform to do something fun. So, how are you getting through e-learning?
E-learning. So I find that it's much less consistent than regular school. Like some days it's like no work, and then the next day it's like today where I had a test, 2 papers, like a bunch of other stuff. So just trying to like work ahead when you know you have a big day coming up is really helpful.
Yeah. Do you miss your friends?
I do miss my friends. Sorry, I was reading the questions. I do miss my friends, but like I don't know, I'm just such a homebody. It's a sacrifice I guess I have to make, and I can still like see my friends.
Are you guys homebodies?
Socially distanced, calling them, FaceTiming them.
Can you imagine being in high school and depending on the kind of experience you had, like not only how weird is it, but like it actually could be better? I mean, I don't know. Just study at your leisure.
So
take your tests at your
Leslie
leisure.
Leslie Bailey wants to know if we are Team Skippy or Team Jeff.
Oh.
Skippy.
I have to say Skippy.
We have a guinea pig named Skippy. That's how Skippy we are. But I get it. I get the Team Jif. As a matter of fact, I have about 6,000 cookies behind me that were all made with Jif. This is Skippy. Okay, you know what? I think now is a good. What do you mean, Rachel? What are you talking about?
How do you not have?
Get yourself a jar. What? You know? Okay, I'll calm down. I think being the maker of a peanut butter candy, early on, I tried like 15 different kinds of peanut butter.
That is true.
And so
that is true.
Very quickly, I developed a preference. Okay, I'm gonna quick. On the Indie Maven site, on the Facebook page, I did post a recipe. It's not my recipe. Why reinvent the wheel? One of the best home baking websites out there, we think, is Sally's Baking Addiction, and she has lots of peanut butter cookies out there. And this is kind of a mix of 2 different recipes, but it's basically the same base recipe. So I'm going to go ahead and get right to it, but on there is the recipe. I'm just going to demonstrate. This is not a follow along unless you're a professional, because you would already kind of know some of these methods. But I'll go ahead and talk through. I know I'm creaming butter and sugar, so I'm not going to show you how to measure baking.
I have to answer a question for Ashley.
Oh, please, go ahead.
Besides peanut butter, my favorite cookie to make is like chocolate chip. Oreos in it.
Yeah,
and it's really good.
We had friends over for a project I had to do, and they still to this day talk about how good those cookies are.
Yeah, is that like a turducken or?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. It was like a thing instead of a thing instead of a
Ooh,
thing.
Rachel, that sounds good.
Okay.
Make sure you tag us on Instagram or Facebook when you taste test these cookies.
We're gonna take a quick voice
Or
break.
the peanut butters, that's what
Okay, if you just jumped in, I'm using a hand mixer because ain't everybody rich with a stand mixer. Okay, so there's the butter. This has been kind of sitting out for a while, so it was a lot easier to work with. This is a very forgiving recipe. Again, we're not talking to professionals here. I mean, you might be a professional. I'm saying we didn't structure this. We structured this to be fun with the girls and not like, now add 1/2 cup at a time.
Yeah.
Add
That's just not our style.
Or as Eva says, 50
grams.
50 grams of whatever. So home baking, softened butter, we got that going. I showed you what it looked like.
You got the idea.
You get the idea. We're gonna pop in the gluten-free peanut butter cookies right now. Which after making like several dozen, I think these are better. The gluten-free. Okay, I just have a conventional oven, so let's go 10 minutes and then we'll switch them around. Also at home, depending on what kind of oven you have, if just for fun you want to see, is my 350 actually 350? Just go buy one of these like little oven thermometers.
Unless you already have one.
I want to say they're like $3 or $4. I don't know, online. they are super annoying to leave in your oven, like in slide trays in and out. But you may as well just temp your oven and see what it is, just out of curiosity. Because we kind of like memorize, like we'll put it to 350, but if it's actually a lot, okay, you got it. I'm gonna dump the sugars in. Okay, we got a little community situation.
Well, Felicity was sharing an anecdote that she couldn't find baking soda or flour.
Oh my. Right now?
Yeah. Where do we have to buy yeast for
Costco.
Yeah, about what you guys were saying about all of the baking ingredients being out, we had to go all the way to Costco to buy yeast for Eva's local cinnamon roll business.
Yeah.
Go check it out.
Yeah, that was tough. I think you guys know this already, where like what your own grocery stores went through and what you went through, and there's like the joke about like, is everyone doing sourdough? But it was just really slowly. It was like, oh, flour's gone.
If only they could
Bread
save
flour.
a 40-pound bag of bread flour we had.
Yeah. It's like bread flour was out, yeast was out. I mean, everything was out. So I'm actually going to intentionally kind of break this recipe, because I know I want to encourage people to bake at home. So I know whatever you do that's at least this or better will be better. So there's still like a little bit of chunkiness, but I'm going to just show you real quick. I know we're not YouTube here, but there's still like a little butter in there, but you saw how long I mixed it. It was like hardly nothing. And I'm sort of reading, but I'm kind of remembering what Maddie did yesterday. She did several. Does this go in next, Maddie?
Mm-hmm. Wait, yeah.
No, egg. Okay.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I'm right? What? Okay, 2 eggs. Crack on the side. And, okay, I do actually follow this one, which is 1 egg at a time. That's it.
I bet it's already been started. That's the point.
The higher level chef, when you do their baking recipes, the higher rate of failure. So do something like the home cook recipes. Again, if you want to be doing more baking at home right now. So like Sally's Baking Addiction is great. All recipes, I'm sorry, but it's actually really good. Go to the highest rated.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe
Most
top 2 or 3. Most
Look at the
reviews, and look at the top #1 most helpful review, and just see what you think, or just email Eva.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
much.
much.
So-
It is the most tasty house spent in quarantine.
Yes.
We have cinnamon rolls, peanut butter cookies.
Yeah.
Ice
We have it
cream.
all. Ice cream.
A lot of
We
ice
have
cream.
ice cream all the time.
So we have the butter, the sugars. Like just real quick, we're making peanut butter cookies, the real deal ones. I'm intentionally throwing in ingredients. They are all properly, but I'm like following the recipe. If you follow it to a T, it'll be perfect. I'm following it to a T, but maybe not, because you might have like pets under your feet and babies falling out of your arms. I mean, there's just a lot going on at homes right now, even though it's like slower and lighter. Family, there's a lot going on. So make this recipe for your own sanity, but if you like got everything out and you walked away and 30 minutes passed, I'm just showing you how it'll still work out. It'll still be okay. Still bake.
This is a fairly foolproof recipe.
Foolproof, you fool. Okay, so I do believe in the scraping down. I'm not going to get obsessive about it, but let's just scrape down. And then I know, okay, this is, oh my word, this
So much peanut butter.
little recipe
2 cups of peanut butter.
that Sally, we should send Sally some friddle.
Yeah.
She would love that.
We should
Okay,
invite her on our next
perhaps, it doesn't say this in the recipe,
Maybe we get one that ain't
but
full.
perhaps that should be added in stages, but we're not.
This is for the home baker.
Home baker, home run, that's it. I know, sorry. You vanilla. Vanilla did sit out overnight. It probably evaporated a little. We'll see.
Oh, well, probably fine.
Okay, and then lastly, we don't have time to show you how to measure salt and baking soda and baking powder.
So we all just threw it in a bowl.
I think we measured it, but we're not going to show you how because you get the idea.
It looks like a bunch of white powders in the same bowl. So.
But I am going to mix in half at a time. So there we go, half-ish. Oh, this is like such an advantage over a stand mixer.
Because
Because
no splashes, yeah.
you know when you lower that handle and just like you're like I'm just gonna do the mix speed, the stir speed. You're like and then somehow you catch it on that wing and then you're wearing it.
Bigger probs.
And then you're upset about something else. Just go back to bed. So I mean that's like 7 or 8 seconds. That's really
Yeah.
Let's do the second
You don't want
half.
to overmix it once you've added the flour.
Right.
I do listen when you talk.
Me or Eva?
You. You told me last night.
That's true.
Don't look like this.
Nothing to see here. Just your basic old cookie dough. Alright, this is like for real all I'm gonna do. That's it. Boom.
Yay.
Alright, so I think we can kind of finish the mixing by just scraping the bowl. Sorry if that wasn't enough time, but this is a very low produced production here.
Yeah.
But this looks so good. I can't do that same sort of trick as I did with the gluten-free peanut butter cookie recipe.
Like this.
1 cup of peanut butter, 1 cup of sugar, 1 egg. But I already know from experience we're going to use our handy dandy 30 scoop, which I'll talk about later. And this actually makes exactly double.
Yeah.
It makes exactly, excuse me. I used this one. And it actually made 2 dozen jumbo cookies. We'll show you.
What?
So yes, you will, what did I say?
One batch makes 2 dozen?
No, I don't, 1 batch of dough made, I thought it was 2 dozen cookies.
Oh, okay. So this
Yeah,
isn't
it
one
was.
batch?
This is one bath.
It's 1 batch.
Oh, okay. That seems like a lot, but I trust you.
It's like the whole like Abbott Costello show over here.
Do we chill it now?
Okay,
Their last name is
here we
Abbott.
go.
You don't
Let's
really. I don't think
see.
they have any questions.
Honestly, just real quick about Eva's cinnamon roll business. We had no idea how crazed people are over cinnamon rolls.
People love their rolls.
And Eva was, well, do you want to talk about your business, what you've been able,
Yeah, do that while we scoop the dough.
I think it has to chill, doesn't it?
That's
yeah, we'll chill it. Okay.
Okay.
So you're going to chill it for
Oh, look.
an hour.
It's chill.
Wow.
What? Magic. But anyway, with
The magic
Eva's
of television.
cinnamon roll, and I'm not trying to like promote her business because it actually kept her super busy.
Don't buy
And she, yeah, it's not buy anymore. I'm kidding. It's, if you have, it's fine. But it was really cool. She was able to save some money for some stuff she wants to do, but also she donated to
Feeding America.
Feeding America. It was very hard to choose because there's so many local things going on. But it was something that she did research on and it felt close to her heart. And that's what she did. We got to do what we can with what we have. Okay, this dough is what we just made. One step I didn't do is I chopped some peanuts yesterday. Again, I'm not a Pampered Chef sponsor.
We've never
What?
talked about Pampered
I
Chef
know.
before.
I have like 2 things from them I swear by is this one and the measuring cup. But this one, if you've ever like chopped peanuts or almonds or pecans, we're just gonna turn those around real quick. Here, mine. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry,
I'm
Buster.
So this is only 10 minutes. I don't know if you can see these.
But they're not gonna like
Yeah.
flatten out like
Yeah.
those cookies do.
Right.
Switching around.
They don't have that spread. So if you don't mind, let's go 6 more minutes. 16 minutes. I'm not going to say use your oven at 16 minutes because I don't really know how that works.
Trial and error.
Trial and error, yes. I totally messed up a batch yesterday. It looked perfect, but it wasn't.
Did not taste perfect.
But I'm going to go ahead and scoop these out. Or Eva, you can scoop these out if you like. And these have to, oh, go ahead. Why don't you use the big scoop?
Okay.
And, but all I was going to say is with chopped peanuts in baking, you can use a knife, of course. If you're the chefy type, you would. Naturally, seriously. You would never invest in something like this. I like these as a home cook because you just like take your anger out and somehow all the peanuts seem like perfectly chopped. So there you go.
So speaking of products you love, is it time to talk about some other top 5 most influential products in your life?
You know what? It is time. Thank you, Maddie. Wait, really quickly.
I wasn't even planned. I'm good.
Yeah, she's really good. But while these cookies are baking, while we're talking about home baking, I wanted to tell you about my 5 top favorite baking items that could maybe step your game up just a little bit. And what do you want to do with these? Do you want to crisscross or sugar or flatten them with your
I want
hand?
to do crisscross and sugar.
Okay, so she's going to do crisscross and sugar. These will not spread a lot. I'm going to show you real quick. So we made the jumbos that she made and it yielded this kind of cookie. And just for example, our gluten-free cookie, which I actually think is better, is that
In
size.
case you hadn't mentioned. Thank you. We also love our vintage mixing bowl. And we have this 70s nostalgia hand mixer to go with it. So we
Okay,
got the whole 70s thing going on here.
my favorite top baking items that, it's like, I just feel so passionate about these items. I really think over anything else you should have parchment. And I don't know how to go into this any deeper, but you can at the grocery store buy the roll of parchment. Still continue to do that, but I think if everyone told me parchment, I buy this roll, you pull it off the roll, and then it curls up, I would be so frustrated. But basically, if you have a professional chef in your life, they get these by the full sheet, and they fold them. A dog is digging in their bed. But
His bed, not our bed.
they, anyway, go to your professional friend and get parchment paper.
Pre-cut, please.
Pre-cut. And then, although it might be ungreased baking sheet, I'm just talking about baking cookies in general. So the second thing I love, and a lot of people talk about these, are half sheet trays. They're really sturdy, and they don't do that like wonk, like when the thing like flips out and stuff. So,
Esther?
and then the third item that I love is a good rubber spatula or silicone spatula. It's really silly. But when you're doing like your batter, like it just gets everything. Do you know what I mean? Just like there is absolutely no waste. And of course people can like lick the mixer.
No worries.
You did?
Okay, we're back.
Okay. How'd you do that?
I think so.
We might be back.
see. Are we back? Someone say
Hallelujah.
in the chat if we're back. I think we're back. Keep talking.
Yeah, don't say at your house because we can't hear you. Okay.
Oh, we're
Okay,
back. Great.
Last one. Wouldn't that have been funny if it was like, and the best one?
Pretty much.
But it's a cookie spatula. I mean, it's, it's Mother's Day weekend. If you're a mother, treat yourself right. Use a cookie spatula on cookies. Okay. That's my top 5 home baking favorite tools.
That's only 4. You forgot the scoopies, right?
No, she did scoops.
Oh, I didn't talk about the scoops.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
So I have just these 3 at home. I'm not going to get I'm going to get pretty nerdy. But in a restaurant supply, like Zesco, Indie Maven partner, they have these scoops. They're also called dishers. You probably remember them going through a cafeteria line of some sort. But there's a reason you use these because it's like the exact same size. Grandma, and we don't mind, use the teaspoon or tablespoon and that's fine, but she didn't know about these. So get these in your life. These are the 2 I use the most at home.
Ashley wants to know if we like silk hat or parchment better.
I love parchment, Ashley. My issue with silk hat is, I guess because I use,
Take them out.
because I cook savory so much in the oven as well, I can't think, and I don't like to wash the silk hat. I guess there's that too. But I don't want to think about, did I put like garlic powder on some meat or something and that was on the silk hat, but also bacon, or maybe I could have designated silk hat. We have a silicone mat, and then Eva has some for the macarons.
Oh yeah,
But
like the
I'm just a parchment junkie.
All right, back to your scoops.
Yep. Last thing on the scoops, they're great. If you only get one, maybe go run and get a 30 scoop. So that just means, so no matter the brand, the black handle, this is the geeking out part for the scoop, or 1 ounce scoop. But basically, the number always means how many scoops per quart. Okay, that's only if you're making quarts and quarts and quarts of cookies.
All right,
Okay.
wait, I have a cooking favorite / baking favorite to share. So Eva has this really sharp spatula that I would like to borrow from her, and it is so helpful because it has like this really, really fine edge that's perfect for like, say I was making brownies the other day, and I felt like using like those thicker spatulas can leave a lot of residue behind, and I think these are perfect for like getting out every last drop because I'm like so crazy about not wasting anything that I made. So yeah, I would recommend getting a nice pointy spatula.
Perfect. What about you, Eva? Any baking favorite tools?
Oh yes, actually.
She's going off camera.
Oh no.
Okay.
I'm back over
So
here.
what just came out of the oven?
The
Is
gluten-free ones.
that here?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
So these actually spread out more than our last
They did
batch.
spread out a little, but our kitchen is a little bit warmer right now.
That's true.
So
So this was here.
is this yesterday or today?
That's earlier today. Yeah.
So earlier today, so this one was earlier today, and this is the one we just made together.
I can't find it, but
Does anybody remember the recipe for the gluten-free peanut butter cookies? We're
What
gonna
is it,
see.
Eva?
We're gonna wait.
it's
Oh.
it's this piping tip. It's in 1M. I don't know where it is. M1 or L. 1M. I don't remember which one.
Is it
But
this
it's like-
one?
Yes, it is that one.
Oh, cool. It has icing
It's
in it.
dirty, but it's an open star tip, and it gets like really clean edges on piping little thingies. I don't know what they're called.
Designs.
Rosettes, something like that.
Just like sharp edges, basically,
Yeah.
is what we're trying to say.
It's cool. It can really elevate like whipped cream or any kind of icing, and
And I used that
Yeah.
on the ice cakes last year for summer, so.
really pushes it over the finish line, doesn't it? With all my sports analogies. Okay. So, gluten-free cookies. We've made gluten-filled peanut butter cookies. I want to show you just a finished product before we. I don't know if we have anything else to talk about, but these were some. Oh, come over here, Matt. I want to talk about something. These were some peanut butter cookies we made yesterday.
Delicious.
If you know where I live, and we're friends.
Come by.
Can get
Let's
one.
start there. If you know where I live and we're friends, come on by.
Or if we're friends, you can ask us where we live.
Yeah. Boy, this is, yeah.
Anyways.
Very multi-layered. Okay. But what we did yesterday is we made some peanut butter cookies, but what was the twist?
The twist
Oh,
was
different flowers.
Yes, that was it.
So let's talk about, I'll take all-purpose flour. So we use 3 kinds of flour, all-purpose.
Cake.
Bread.
Okay, same recipe, the Sally's Baking Addiction one, the one we made today.
Bread flour, not just bread.
Yep, and the all-purpose flour, it was fine. It was actually the recipe. It's the one we made today. I think it was good. I don't think I baked them long enough because peanut butter cookies are weird because it like this looks exactly like the dough, which looks exactly like it was finished. But we tested some at work and everybody liked them just fine. How about you, Eva?
The cake ones were like, they looked really good, but the inside was like dry and crumbly. I didn't really like the texture of it. But, moving on to bread.
I could see how people would like them, but they were just too flaky for me.
Bread was pretty much my family all around's favorite. I don't know about Buster, but the rest of us really, really liked the bread compared to the rest of them. And it might have had something to do with like how long we baked them again. But I think that the texture was just like a tiny bit like more chewy on the inside, and that was like what we all really liked about it, pretty much. Right?
Yeah. So that's all we have. Looking for if there are any questions or anything else you guys want to say about baking. Is that it?
Yeah, we're back. It'll be back in a second.
Oh, we got
Oh, perfect
Okay,
timing.
we're back.
We're back.
So before it's
All right.
over, we'll say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. No, it was so much fun. Indy Maven, thank you so much for having us.
Wait, we should try
And-
the
Oh yeah.
gluten-full cookies.
Yeah, let's have a gluten-filled cookie. I know that I would like this one. This is really cool. Like, seriously, if you happen to have bread flour, or you find some bread flour on the black market for like $600,
Okay.
they just have like these perfect little breaks.
Delicious. Here is my section of the cookie.
Yeah,
Nice
section.
Section-y.
Cheers. Cheers.
Wow,
Oh,
so good.
She says I know where you
Hi.
live. Hi.
Yes. I'm so glad you said hi.
Send one of the kids down. We'll send some cookies back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm serious.
Fresh out of the
I
oven.
don't know how you
It's
feel
really
about
dark.
watching people eat on live, but I'm gonna go back to the gluten-free.
Deal with it.
No, gluten-free all the way.
Mm-mm. I understand it in texture, but this is so much better in flavor, in my opinion.
Well, you'll have to try both.
The
Be the
recipes
judge.
will be up once the stream ends.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, Indy Maven, anything else? So glad you guys were here. I'm sure the girls in their Facebook Live debut will enjoy looking back on this, and I'm so glad you guys will be part of the experience with us. We'll be up and down the streets with some cookies here in a minute, and write us or drop in on social media anytime and go subscribe to Indy Maven. Thanks.
Bye.